The conventions of storytelling dictate that a protagonist must always want something or learn something. They must grow through their journey and come out of it a changed person.
Some friends become enemies, some enemies become friends. Yeah. At the end, your main character is richer for the experience. Yeah.
But what if you have a protagonist that has nothing, sees nothing, wants nothing, and to his immediate society he is nothing? Now imagine making over 25 films and almost 100 hours of TV episodes with this character. Created in 1961, around the same time as Kurosawa's Yojimbo, this is Zatoichi, a blind wandering gambler in Japan's late Edo period, an era of rampant bloodshed and corruption. Despite his brutal surroundings, Ichi himself is compassionate, jovial, and even buffoonish. He is also one of cinema's greatest swordsmen. The Zatoichi series specializes in these badass reveals. Ichi always tries to resolve things peacefully until the criminals push him too far and realize they are facing off against a legend. A running joke is Ichi's fondness for gambling, which almost always puts him at loggerheads with the local criminals.
サイコロ触らせてやっとくないな。
お、いいだろう。
どうも。
いいですね。
このサイコロでやってくれなくちゃいけねえやな。
He can even turn his disability into an advantage, forcing groups of people to fight in darkness or tight spaces where he has the upper hand. But the longevity of the series, including the various remakes and the pop culture influence that it exerts to this day, is because it doesn't limit itself to being just about the action. Even without the amazing fight sequences, the franchise is still one of the greatest social commentaries of all time. We get to see the power structure of Edo Japan and the corruption that infested it in great detail. We often see how the Yakuza and the local administrators enabled or manipulated each other. At a time of poverty, anyone unable to pay back their debts ran the risk of being forced into slavery and prostitution. Even though they were considered bad luck or cursed, giving massages was a traditional occupation of the blind because their lack of sight removed the issue of gender. This gives Ichi access to all avenues of Japanese society and in turn a stream of entertaining characters who we get to know well, investing us in their stories and making us pick sides quickly. In fact, these power dynamics are central to the story of Zatoichi. Powerful men who are traditionally entrusted with protecting innocents are the ones exploiting them, while Ichi, at the lowest end of the social ladder, ends up rescuing them. But nobody lives happily ever after in this world. Even when Ichi does rescue innocents, it's only a brief respite. They still live in the same terrifying world that could throw them back into the cycle of violence at any time. Especially Ichi himself, who just wants to play some dice and give massages, but is constantly exposed to Yakuza schemes which his morality forces him to foil. Ichi is racked by guilt over the good men he's killed over the years, even if they did try to kill him first. But the franchise's moral code is not exactly black and white. Yes, the villains are relentlessly evil. There's no place for compassion or sympathy in their world. Yes, the farmers and peasants are hopelessly innocent. But the movies have huge grey areas as well, where good people do bad things for the sake of survival and bad people do good things for the sake of honor. Classic examples of this are the once great samurai, who by the late Edo period had been forced to become mercenaries. Over the course of the movies, most of them grow to respect Ichi and he respects them back, but ultimately they are bound by duty or pride to be his enemy, leaving him lonelier than ever. This range of characters allows each movie to seem fresh despite following the same basic formula of Zatoichi wandering somewhere and getting caught up in other people's battles. Each plot was a variation of this. Zatoichi goes to a fire festival, Zatoichi rescues a girl from a brothel, Zatoichi goes to jail, Zatoichi boards a ship, Zatoichi starts an all-out gang war and so on. But regardless of the plot, all the movies end only one way, with a mountain of corpses, some guilty, some innocent, and the lone figure of Zatoichi, the harbinger of doom, walking away towards the next town, hoping he'll have better luck there. He never does.